We'll chant Om 3 times, followed by the invocation shlokas. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. As we are covering Drg Drsya Viveka, let us chant the very first shloka of Drg Drsya Viveka. If one of you can go off mute and repeat after me. Rupam drishyam lochanam drik.
Rupam drishyam lochanam drik.
Tadrishyam druktu manasam.
Tadrishyam drikta manasam.
Drishyadhivrittaya sakshi.
Drishyadhivrittaya sakshi.
Drukeva natu drishyate.
Drikeva natu drishyate.
So, in the Drsya Viveka, what we saw is that the ahankara and antakarna. This is how the mind matter is broken apart. Antakarna contains the rest three components, which are mana, buddhi, and chitta. And it is said this the chitichaya apparently entered as though it entered the ahankara. How did it happen? Is that anything that has got sattva, purity, has ability to reflect. So the consciousness has reflected in this chitichaya, in the ahankara first. Then, when that has happened, even though ahankara is inert, it appeared as if it has gained sentiency. Now, when that sentiency has come, it has passed on to the antakarna, that is mana, buddhi, chitta. It has passed to jnanendriyas, karmendriyas, and the rest of the body also. Then, whenever this ahankara is awake, we say it is jagrat. Whenever it is half asleep, we say it is swapna, dreaming. And whenever it is in deep sleep, or it is resting, we call it as deep sleep. Now, not only that, even the antakarna is also in the same process. So in last session, what we did was that we covered verses 11 and 12. Verse 11 said, antakarna vrittischa chitichaya aikyam agata. So that means that even antakarna vritti also goes into laya. Laya means rest. When that goes into rest, it is resting where? It is resting in the Chitichaya means in the consciousness, mainly it is going into the deep sleep state. Okay, when it is done, okay, and when it wakes up, what happens is that Vasana kalpayat swapne bodha aikshar vishayan bahihi. So when it is waking up, it is doing kalpana. Kalpana means it is doing a projection of external world, and when it is dreaming, it is projecting internal world. So the projection of internal world can happen even when I'm fully awake as a daydream or when I am actual dreaming. So what is happening is that whatever I think that I am experiencing is essentially like whether I am awake or dreaming or deep sleep, it is just the play of the change of status in antakarana and ahankara. Not only that, it said that in the verse number 12, Manoham krutya upadanam lingam ekam jaratmakam avasthatrayam anveti jayate mriyate tadha. So what is happening is this, the play of these two alone is creating all these three states in me: waking, sleeping, and dreaming. Not only that, when these ahankara and antakarana, this package of four, when they enter a body, we are calling it as birth. And when they leave the physical body, we are calling it as death. So my entire day and my night, my dream, my birth, my death, everything is based upon the status change in status in this antakarana and ahankara. So, but antakarana, ahankara, together they are one mind matter. Okay, so we are just breaking it as mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara as different facets for our own understanding, for better understanding. Okay, so with this, what happened is that we actually completed the Tvam pada vichara of Mahavakya Tattvamasi. Again, in the last session, I briefly mentioned about this, is that all our Vedanta Granthas, in one way or other, they talk about Tattvamasi Mahavakya, meaning you are that, you are Brahman. This idea is explained. So, different book, different Grantha deals it in a different manner. Now, however, each book has got its own speciality, its own way of dealing with it. Because some of you are familiar with the Tattva Bodha, Bhagavad Gita, etc., let us do a little bit of a comparison. Hey, how did Bhagavad Gita cover this Tvam Pada Vichara? Okay, Tvam Pada Vichara means the nature of you. How did Tattva Bodha cover, and how is that in contrast to what I'm learning in Drg Drsya Viveka? So we'll try to understand that a little bit. So if you remember Tattva Bodha, okay, so let us first look at Tattva Bodha book. Okay. The Tattva Bodha book starts with a question, Tattva Vichara. What is actually like what does Tattva Bodha says? That for those mumukshus, people who are interested in moksha sadhana prakaram, okay, Tattva Viveka vakshamaha, that is what it says, right? So that means it says that for sadhana chatushtaya sampannadhikarina moksha sadhana bhutam Tattva Viveka prakaram vakshamaha. That is a pratigna vakya, or the summarization statement of entire text. What it is saying is that for those people who are endowed with knowledge, for those people who are endowed with the sadhana chatushtaya sampannatvam, for those people we are teaching Tattva Bodha. And then it explains what are those four qualities. Remember that? right? What is Viveka, what is Vairagya, etc. Now, this sadhana Chatushta Sampanna Tvam, that is explained in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 1. Okay. Now, does anyone recall like what was the first chapter uh, in Bhagavad Gita?
That was Arjun's Vishad Yoga.
Arjuna Vishada Yoga. So, where did Sadhana Chatushta Sampanatvam explained? So, it is, whereas in Tattva Bodha, the way it is explained, what is Viveka, Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka, what is Vairagya? Vairagya means Iha Mutra, what's it called? Yeah, like the dispassion for things here or later, right? Here and now or later. That's how. Now, those kind of definitions were run there in we don't see any of those kind of definitions or even the term like sadhana chatushta sampannatvam or anything like that in chapter 1. It is all about Arjuna's Vishada. Okay, where is this start? Now understand that to understand that you have to after every chapter in Bhagavad Gita, we chant something at the conclusion of every chapter. So we need to understand what that is. How do we chant? What do we say? Om Tat Satiti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyaya Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. If it is chapter 1, it will be Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama Pradhamodhyayah. If it is chapter 2, it will be Sankhya Yogo Nama Dvitiyodhyayah, like that. Remember that? Okay. So, in that statement, Om Tat Sat iti, this is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it is Bhagavad Gita, Upanishatsu, it is Upanishad. Brahma Vidyayam, this is Brahma Vidya. Yoga Shastra, this is Yoga Shastra. Now, Upanishad, all Upanishads teaches Brahma Vidya. So, because Bhagavad Gita is also Upanishad, it is also teaching Brahma Vidya. Number 1. But not only it is teaching Brahma Vidya, but it is also teaching Yoga Shastra. What is Yoga Shastra? Yoga means what? Yoga means union. Union with what? Union of lower with higher is yoga. So I'm thinking that I am a Jiva. Paramatma is here, and my union of Jiva with Paramatma is yoga. Now, how is that be done? Okay, the Brahma Vidya itself is teaching that, hey, in the Brahma Vidya portion itself, we understand that you are Brahman. Okay, but Yoga Shastra, yoga is what is it? It is also teaching a method by which I can experience that. Because of the teaching of the method of experiencing how to experience, what the focus of Bhagavad Gita is practical application of Vedanta for me to get there. So, whereas Upanishads is all about theory, let us say, this is more from a practical point of view. Okay. Now, why are we saying this is? In chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita, it is not talking about what is Viveka, Vairagya, etc. Okay. Rather, it is actually showing that. Okay. Where is the Viveka? Where is the Vairagya? Where is Shama, Dama, Uparama? All of those. Instead of talking about them, it is actually visually showing it. Okay. Now, in chapter 1, how many people are sad people in there? I mean, like how many people had Vishada? Do you remember? Anyone remember?
Arjuna had Vishada. He is confused, he had delusion.
Okay. So Arjuna Vishada Yoga. So of course Arjuna is Vishada. But who else is sad in chapter 1?
What Dhritarashtra?
Dhritarashtra is also sad in chapter 1. And Duryodhana was also sad in chapter 1. Okay. So when Dhritarashtra asked the question, Mamakaha Pandavascha, okay, the term that is used is, my people and Pandavas, when they came, Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta, Yutsavaha, Mamaka, okay. So, Kimakurota Sanjaya, when that question was being asked, my people and Pandavas, when they came, got together, what happened? When that is there, there is sadness in him. Okay. And when Duryodhana went to Drona and started talking, what did he start to say? Our army is being protected by Bhishma, their army is protected by Bhima, he says. Whereas the other army, Pandava's army, is actually protected by Drishtadyumna. He was the commander. So that means what? He's not even able to think straight at that time. And when he lists the people who are on his side, he lists who? You are on my side, Drona, Bhishma, Krupa, Ashwatthama, Karna. These are the five names he says. And each of them has a reason not to fight. Okay, Bhishma doesn't like Kauravas, but he's bound to fight. Drona is also saved. Ashwatthama actually offers Duryodhana that I want to go and do Sandhi. Sandhi means like mediation. And then Krupa is also like that. And then Karna, even though he listed Karna, Bhishma is fighting only under the condition that Karna doesn't fight. So until Bhishma is there, Karna cannot fight. Okay. So all these people on my side are fighting with one arm tied. Okay. And people, when he lists on the Pandava side, all the people, list of the names that he lists on Pandava side, they should have fought in Duryodhana's mind. They should have come to Duryodhana's side, instead they are fighting on Pandava's side. Okay, so for each of them, there's a particular reason. So there is a sadness in Duryodhana also. Then there is sadness in Arjuna also. But sadness of Arjuna was given like higher precedence, importance compared to the sadness of Duryodhana or Dhritarashtra. Why? Because Dhritarashtra is representing tamas. Okay, even though he knows he could have stopped the war, he could not stop. He did not stop the war. Okay, so that is tamasika. When Duryodhana, he is filled with greed and rajas. Okay, but when it came to Arjuna, it is a sattva guna, sattvika mind is there. How was that proved? When Arjuna started talking in Vishada, he was saying, he was telling all the right. Even though the other people have hurt him, even among those enemies, people who are ready to kill him, he is seeing his family members. Okay, this is my teacher. This is my guru. This is my grandfather. These are my brothers. These are my brother-in-laws. These are my uncles, nephews, like that, right? He started seeing those relationships. So the kindness is being shown there. Okay, and then he also have vairagya also. What does he say? If these people are not going to give me any property, okay, any kingdom, I'll go take alms and live, beg for rest of my life. So there, the vairagya is there. Okay, even if they are ready to kill me, I will bear it, he says. Okay, but I'm not going, I don't want to fight. That's what he says. So that means that he's showing this his internal strength. Shama, Dama, Uparama, etc., all of those. And at the end of all of that, he says, he knows that there is a little bit of a confusion in his own heart. So he turns to his friend and teacher, Lord Krishna, and say, I know I am confused, so please help me and help me to do the right thing. So that Shraddha is there. Okay. So, and throughout the Bhagavad Gita, he wants to know more and more about higher and higher values. So that mukshutvam is there. So instead of saying the sadhana chatusha sampannatvam, how it covered, it has shown through a live example. Okay. So then from chapter 2 onwards, the Brahma Vidya started. Okay. How did Brahma Vidya start in chapter 2? Okay. The very first shloka in chapter 2 that Bhagavan Krishna says, Ashochan Anvashochastam Pragna Vadanscha Bhasre Gatasu Nagatasu Chanam Shochante Panditaha. So when that kind of shloka is said, what it is that you are crying for what not to be grieved. Okay, you are grieving for what not to be grieved. The people who are wise people, they don't grieve for what is there and what is not there. Right? So right in there, there's this Jiva Brahma Aikyata is there. Huh? How is that possible? Where is the Jiva Brahma Aikyata in this shloka? What is there and what is not there? What is there is Brahman, what is not there is Jiva. Maya. Okay. So all that is there is Brahman alone. So people don't grieve for Brahman because it is going to be always there. People are not going to grieve for Maya because it is never there and it will be always changing. Okay. And this
one question, when you say
you're on mute, Shobhaji.
Yeah, you say Maya is always changing, right? You just said that.
Yeah.
Maya is always changing. Then how can you say Maya is not there then? It is there.
No, it is whatever is changing is never permanent. So now
Okay.
The thing is that understand that if you have something in hand, that means that it was not there before and you cannot hold on to it all the time. So it will go away from your hand. So what is the point in grieving when it comes or when it leaves? Okay. And eventually what you realize is that this entire Maya is asat alone. Okay. So that is something that we see all the time in all our Vedas. Right? So like that, so this kind of Jiva Brahma Aikyata is being, and then it also like even in the later on it says, Avinashata tadvidhi yena sarvamidam tatam vinayasham avyayasya nakaschit kartumarhati. So basically it says that this reality, whatever is Sat, it is always going to be there, and that Sat is Brahman alone. Okay, and this Brahman Sat alone is there, and that is Brahman, and that alone can never be destroyed. And other than that, there is nothing else. So that means that if Sat alone is there, Brahman alone is there, and if you think you are there, what are you? You are Brahman alone. Okay. In chapter 4, for example, another like this, like in every chapter, this Brahma Vidya, the Jiva Brahma Aikyata being is pushed in terms of know about yourself, know about yourself. Like, say, for example, chapter 4, it says, Brahma Arpanam Brahma Hevi Brahma Agno Brahmanahatam Brahmaivatena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina, like that, right? So in that, what happens? If you're assuming that you're performing a yajna, okay, the performer, you are Brahman. If you're pouring ghee into the yajna, the ghee is Brahman. The ladle that you're holding on to, that is also Brahman. The fire that is in the yajna kunda, that is also Brahman. The yajna kunda itself is Brahman. The one who is accepting that offering, that is these deities, that is also Brahman. So like that, everything that you see in all aspects is Brahman alone. So that means that if, other than Brahman, there is nothing else. So that is Jiva Brahma Aikyata, like that. Okay. And now this Brahman, how do I see everywhere? So this is an example, right? So like wherever, whatever you're seeing, understand it is Brahman. In chapter 6, again, there is another shloka where it says, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastine Shunichaiva Shupakecha Pandita Samadarshinaha. So the people who are wise people, these Panditas, they have equanimity of vision. They see a Brahmana, a Gavi means a cow, a Hastini means an elephant, okay? Shuni Shuni means Shunaka, meaning dog, and Shvapake. Shvapake means the one who kills dogs and eats. Means the person who is, see, dog loves his master, its master so much. And if this person killed the same dog and ate, so that means that he has no daya of any sort. He is the lowest of human beings. Okay. And Panditaha, these Panditas, these wise people, they see both Brahmana and this kind of a person, both cow, elephant, and dog in same category. Meaning again, like, so that means whether it is humans or animals, everything is one and the same. Why? They have got that equanimity of vision. This equanimity of the vision is leading to
Brahman.
Experiencing Brahman. So this is how it is preparing someone's mind to see Brahman. So this is how it is telling you that it started like saying in Karma Yoga, what does it say? Everything that you perform without expecting any results. Then in Karma Sannyasa, I mean, like in Karma Sannyasa Yoga, what it says, even though you're doing action, don't think that you are the doer. Okay, remove the idea that you are actor. I mean, like you are the karta, you are the performer. Means what? Remove your ahankara. So that means your mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara is there, right? First, you cut down your likes and dislikes. So that means that you're negating your mind. Then later on, you finally negate your ahankara itself. When you say that, okay, this is not me, this is not me, this is not me, once you finally understand that even this doer is not me, then you say that everything that, when that is removed, you identify yourself with the Sakshi. So this is how the Bhagavad Gita is taking us, okay, from a practical perspective. Now, how did Tattva Bodha deal? First, it talked about, just like chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita, it talked about all of those, right? All the qualities, right, of these sadhana tattva sampannatvam. Now here, this one is talking in terms of definitions, terms and definitions, right? So then it asked, oh, if what is this Atma? It said, Stula Sukshma Karma Shera Vyatirikta Panchakosha Atita San Avasthatraya Sakshi Satchitananda Swarupa San Yastishtati Sa Atma, like that, right? So here, what is Atma? Then it started talking about, it is other than Stula, Sukshma, Karna, Shariras. So that means it is different from 3 bodies. Okay, it is different from 5 koshas. It is the here also the Sakshi word has come. Sakshi is the witness, right, of all these avasthatraya, all these 3 avasthas, what? Waking, sleeping, and dreaming. But on its own, its essential nature is Satchit Ananda. And then it started describing what is Sthula Sharira, what is Sukshma Sharira, what are these Panchakarma Indriyas, Jnanendriyas, all of that, right? And then it again came to saying, you are that Sat Chit Ananda Swarupa. And Sat is what? It is one that is not negated across 3 periods of time. Okay, Chit is Jnanam. Ananda means Sukha Swarupa. And that Sukha word always comes in Bhagavad Gita, etc. Now, this is how the nature of you, Tvam, is explained in Tattva Bodha. Now, how does this whole thing, how is that explained in our current book that we are studying? Okay, how did it start? It started with saying that whatever you see outside, there are so many. Okay, however, you only need 1 set of eyes. Okay, 1 set of eyes for so many things. So now that ekatvam is being brought in, right? Ekatvam means oneness. Now, this eyes is only with respect to 1 jnanendriya, but in the same way, how many of our sounds you only hear through 1 set of ears? No matter how many smells, one set of nose like that. So any experiences that you are having from outside world, you only need 5 pancha jnanendriyas to experience. Now, what the author said is that I'm only going to talk with respect to seeing. Whatever I'm talking through seeing, you understand that it is valid for all other 4 also. Okay. And then what he said, now, everything that is seen is false, only the seer is true. So apparently compared to the rest of the world, eyes appear to be seer, but they are in the control of mind. But mind in turn is in control of Sakshi, the consciousness, which is not in control of anything else. So that's why we had the concept of these 2 types of Sakshis. Remember, Sapeksha and Nirapeksha Sakshis, right? Now, then it said, oh, by the way, whatever you're thinking about this, eyes have sentiency, the mind has got sentiency, all of the Ahankara got sentiency, all of that is false, all that sentiency is borrowed sentiency. Okay? And where is it borrowed from? The Chaitanya alone. And when that is borrowed, these appear to be acting or not acting. When they are acting up, especially Antakarna and Ahankara, when they are acting up, we think that we are awake. When they are resting a little bit, we think that we are dreaming. When they're completely resting, we think that we are asleep. So the same 3, right? I mean, the same 3 states, Avastatraya, has been explained in a different way here. Okay? So that way we can understand not just in terms of what it is, in terms of in a definite, like a theoretical definition, but what is its implication is being taught in this book. So in this way, all 3 books are talking about that Tvam Pada Vichara. I mean, they are all talking about what this Tvam means, what this you mean, right? So in the same way, every other book, okay, every other book talks about who are you, then they talk about what is the nature of God, and then how you both are one and the same. So in Bhagavad Gita, first set of 6 chapters talk about you, second set of 6 chapters talk about him, meaning Bhagwan, and then third set of 6 chapters talk about how you and Bhagwan are one and the same. Now here, we have completed the nature of you, and then we are coming into the nature of, start to learn about nature of Bhagwan, or nature of Bhagwan is like the universe. Okay, so here, when we talk about Bhagwan in Vedanta, we are not talking about Rama, Krishna, Vishnumurti, Lord Shiva, or Mother Parvati. No, not like that. Okay, we are talking about whatever force that has created this universe. For whatever reason this universe has been created, we want to understand the nature of that such creation. That external power is what we are talking about. The macrocosmic, that supernatural power, like that power that is spread and throughout the entire universe, that I want to understand, right? So there, in Tattva Bodha, how did we start? We said, oh, Brahma Shaya Maya Asti, meaning within the control of Brahman, there is Maya, and that Maya has got, it is Trigunatmika, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. And from there, when there is a disturbance in that, it started creation. And first, Akasha has come. From Akasha, Vayu, like that, right? All the Panchabhutas, they are in subtle state. From that subtle state, okay, all these Pancha Karmendriyas, Pancha Jnanendriyas, all of those are born. Mahat is born, all those are born. Then what else happened? Then Panchikarna happened. After Panchikarna, the physical bodies are born. I mean, physical Pancha Mahabhutas have come, and rest of the world has come from there. This is how we studied in Tattva. In chapter 7, if you studied in chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita, when you're studying, what did you see? Is my Bhagavan says, my nature is twofold, para prakriti, apara prakriti. Higher prakriti, lower prakriti. Lower prakriti has got, what does this have? Okay. Pancha Mahabhutas, mana, buddhi, ahankara is apara prakriti. The jiva bhutam sanatanaha, that sakshi, right? That chaitanya is para prakriti, and I am both of them. That's what Bhagavan says in chapter 7. Now, how does the same thing being covered here in this Drg Drsya Viveka is, we are going to see now. Okay, so I just want to bring you a little bit, like do a little bit of analysis of what we are studying in other texts and how they all link and connect to each other, showing the same, teaching the same essence in a different angle, bringing light to different aspects. Okay, so I'll pause here and see if you have any questions, and then we will start the shloka number 13. Any thoughts or questions based on what you heard? Okay, so we'll go with verse number 13. Okay, so here verse 13 says, I'll break down the words and then we'll chant. Okay, Shakti Dvayam. Okay, Shakti and Dvayam. He Mayaya Vikshepavrutti Rupakam. So that is, there are 3 words in there. Vikshepa, Avrutti, Rupakam. So together becomes Vikshepavrutti Rupakam. Then Vikshepa Shaktir Lingadi. That one again. Vikshepa, Shakti, Linga, Adi. 4. Okay, 4 words are there. Vikshepa Shaktir Lingadi. Brahmandantam. So there is Brahmanda and Antam. Brahmandantam Jagat Srujet. Okay, so this is the breakdown of the words in the shloka. So one of you please go off mute and repeat after me. Shakti Dvayam hi Mayaya.
Shakti Dvayam hi Mayaya.
Vikshepavritti Rupakam.
Vikshepa Vritti Rupakam.
Vikshepa Shaktir Lingadi.
Vikshepa Shaktir Lingadi.
Brahmandantam Jagat Srujet.
Brahmandantam Jagat Srujet.
So here, he's not saying that, here the author is not spending time saying that this Maya is power of Brahman. That part is skipped, and he's directly jumping into the capacity of capabilities of Maya. What did he say? Shakti Dvayam hi Mayaya. So this Maya has got 2 Shakti. Okay, Dvayam means 2. Shakti means powers, 2 powers. So Maya has 2 powers. Okay, so this Maya has got Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. That is a different story we know. But Shakti Dvayam, he is there, right? He means it is confirming, guaranteed. Why? Because it is well known. So that means what it means is the Shakti Dvayam hi Maya means it is well known that Maya has got 2 powers. That's what this that phrase says. Vikshepa Avrutti Rupakam. So what are the 2 powers of Maya? Okay, they are, one is Vikshepa and other is Avrutti. Okay, so these 2 are the powers of Maya. Okay, what is it? Vikshepa means, what is Avrutti means? So, Vividham Karanam iti Vikshepa. So that means, Vividham Karanam iti Vikshepa means what? The power to make one into manifold, manyfold. Okay, so that means that there's only one thing, but it appears as many. So what is that is one and what is appearing many? The reality, Brahman, is one. It is pure Sat Chit Ananda, existence and consciousness. Then, what does this Maya do? It makes this Brahman appear as many. Just like a prism breaks a white light into 7 colors. Okay? We are called as Manushyas. Yes? You know that, right? We are called as Manushyas, human beings. And why are we called as Manushyas? Because we are the descendants of Manu. Right? Now, what did Manu do? He has created us, essentially. So, who is Manu's wife? Manu's wife's name is Shatarupa. Okay? In Bhagavad, you come to hear a story about this Manu and Shatarupa, and they're not just created human beings, but they created all beings. Now, with the basic knowledge of Sanskrit you have, what is Shata means?
100.
100. Rupa means
Form.
forms. So what Shatarupa is doing is that one Manu, out of that one Manu, she is able to create 100 different Rupas, 100 different forms, meaning from oneness, when in the beginning, the Srishti, in the beginning of the Srishti, in the beginning of the creation, out of that oneness, manifold has come through Maya. That is explained in a story form where the name Shatarupa itself means, now you can think that Shatarupa means there's nothing but Maya alone, as if it is projected multiplicity from a singularity. Okay? So that is how in Bhagavatam, etc., the stories are told. Okay, so now this vikshepa means what it is doing is that from one reality, it is breaking into many things. Now, avrutti is another power. Avrutti means it is veiling power. Okay, veiling means covering something so that whatever is should be seen is not seen anymore. Okay, so these are the two powers of Maya. Yeah. So in actually, like this same thing, right? This Vividham Karanamiti Vikshepa, this Vikshepa Shakti, again, even in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, okay? Even in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it comes. How does it say that Prajapati, okay? It says, again, like it is a, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is very big Upanishad, and it has got so many visualizations. So one of the visualization that they say is that they're talking about Prajapati. Prajapati means, Praja means people, Pati means the
leader
of the people, right? So that means that the creator, okay, is Prajapati. So it says that, I'm not going to read the, I'm not going to chant the entire thing, but it says that this Prajapati was not happy and he desired a mate. Okay. So then what he did was that he broke his body into two. And from that, husband and wife has come. Okay. And then he united with her. Okay. And from then from that people were born. Okay. So now you see, what is the visualization for this in our Puranas? Do you recall? Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati, Ardhanarishwara. Shiva himself is Parvati, Parvati herself is Shiva. So one side it is Shiva, one side it is Parvati. That Ardhanarishwara is, like many times when we refer to Ardhanarishwara, especially in this current day and age, we talk in terms of women's rights and equality of men and women in our Puranas. But what it is showing is it is not about men and women. Understand that for a pure Brahman perspective, from a pure Ishvara perspective, that Ishvara is neither male or female. Okay? See, male or female is presence or absence of certain genital organs. Okay? Certain capabilities. Okay? That's all. Now, what it is saying is that power is there in that creativity power is there in whoever is that creator. And that creator is only one, but that creator is appearing as two. Okay? So for that, what we say is that Shiva, Parvati, Shiva and Shakti are there, and they are shown as husband and wife. So that's how this kind of a projection is there. Then in this, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad doesn't stop there. It says when his wife, okay, he thinks, okay, then what happened is that how can this Prajapati be happy with me? Okay, he already produced people. Okay, now that I'm done, I'm going to hide myself. Okay, and then she became a cow. This Prajapati's wife. When she became a cow, Prajapati became a bull and united with her. From that, all cows are born. Then she became a mare, meaning female horse, and then Prajapati became male horse, and then entire Ashwas are born. Like that, she kept on changing the forms, and he kept on changing his form accordingly, and entire Pashu, Pakshi, okay, Vriksha, everything that have come. This is how the story goes. No, not the story, like this visualization goes. So this entire Vikshepa, so this Vikshepa specialty is from one, it is creating many. Okay? And for us to understand, simple, right? I mean, like, where can we see from one is becoming many? We see that in when a light goes through a prism, it breaks into 7 colors. So now the question is that, is white color made up of 7 colors, or 7 colors just came out of white color? I mean, that colorlessness. Okay. Obviously, if you take all the 7 colors, like I think paint or something, right? 7 colors of paint, and you mix them, do you get colorlessness?
No.
No. But then, yet, somehow, and no matter in what proportion you mix those 7 colors, you will never get colorlessness from those 7 colors. Okay. However, that prism has that capability from a light which is none of those 7 colors, which is colorless. Okay. From that light, 7 colors are born. When either you or I speak, before I speak, before I opened my mouth, there is silence. Yet, The moment I opened my mouth, from this silence came different types of sounds and different words and different meanings and different thoughts and concepts. Okay. Again, from that silence, everything has come out. Okay. All the words, all the communication that we are doing has come from that silence. Okay. That is that power of Maya. From that oneness, that manyness is coming out. Okay. So that is the Vikshepa Shakti of Maya. Okay. Then what happened then? Vikshepa Shaktir Lingadi Brahmandantam Jagat Srujet. Now this Vikshepa Shakti, what happened is Lingadi Brahmandantam, meaning Linga means, Linga represents subtle body. Okay. From the subtle body to the entire Brahmandas, this entire world has been created by through this power of Vikshepa. Okay. So now Linga means subtle body, I said, right? So what are they included in the linga, in the subtle body? Manas and ahankara, meaning mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, all of them are included in this subtle body. So from this mana, buddhi, ahankara, through all the entire Brahmanda, means entire cosmos, that is created through this Vikshepa Shakti. Okay. So that means if you think about all the vasanas that are created through this Vikshepa Shakti, all the Anandamaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Annamaya Kosha, all of them are created by Vikshepa Shakti. Stula, Sukshma, Karana, everything is created by Vikshepa Shakti. Pancha Mahabhutas, okay, both at cosmic level and individual level. Okay, Karana Prapancha, Sukshma Prapancha, Karana, the Sthula Prapancha, okay, meaning causal universe, subtle universe, physical universe, causal body, subtle body, physical body, all of it is a creation of this Vikshepa Shakti alone. This entire Jagat. So when we say Jagat, it contains innumerable number of Brahmandas. Brahmanda, we have a definition for Brahmanda. I mean, like we know what Brahmanda is, right? Brahmanda means it is one set of 14 worlds. Okay. 7 worlds below, seven worlds means 7 domains of existence below, 7 domains of existence above us. Right? Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Tara, Atala, Dasatala, Patala, like that we say 7 domains below. Bhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahajana, Tapaha, Satya, like that. 7 levels above. All of them are together are Brahmanda, and for this a Brahma. This is not Brahman, but Brahmaji with 4 heads is the ruler of this entire Brahmanda. Like that, there are at any given time there are countless number of Brahmandas are there, and all of those existences are going on continually. All of this put together is what we call as Jagat. Okay. And this entire thing is created by the power of Vikshepa Shakti of Maya. Okay. Now if Vikshepa Shakti is like that, okay, only one power of Shakti, it has got only 2 Shaktis, and only one Shakti has created this entire thing. What about the second one? Okay, so that's a big thing. So that we will, that Avarna Shakti, the power of Avarna Shakti, we are going to discuss in next one, in the next session. Okay, so I want to pause here and see if you have any questions. If you have questions, I can address those questions and then we will conclude.
So this Brahmanda that we call, it's not just the universe that we are saying. It involves everything, is it?
Yes. So when we say bhu, bhuvaha, suvaha, like that, right? When we say bhu means, oh, okay, so this means that, okay, the earth is one and then the moon is one. Not like that, okay? The entire galaxies and the entire universe that we see, the visible universe, okay? You call it as nebula, you call galaxies, all of those, Milky Ways, whatever we have, this entire thing is one level. That is all bhumi for us, okay? And like there are different realms of existence, and some of them are more subtle and some of them are more gross. So those each and so all we count 14 of those as major realms of existence. And even the number 14 is also an interesting number in the sense like this 14 is only like how do you say main domains, like main realms. Okay, it's not just 14. There are a lot more actually. Okay, so our shastras when we go deeper, actually in chapter 8 of mm, Bhagavad Gita refers to some other realms of existence.
Yeah, that's why they always say this. It's not just this world. There are, numerous world, numerous, we can call it as planets or whatever. It is not just what we see,
Mhm.
but there is something beyond all that we see. That's what the Shastras kind of
Yes.
have heard, that it is not just this, but everything else beyond.
Yes.
Boy, to get to that level, God bless us. God will bless me, not you.
So let us conclude then. Okay. Om. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्